Arguably the most coveted of all the pre-war issues of Ty Cobb, this being his T206 green portrait. The green variation is, of course, the scarcest of the four T206s. It's the most valuable, and offered here is a very attractive, well-centered and clean SGC 4. When we compare, what the typical eye appeal is of a VGEX, for example, to this one certainly is in the upper 50%. In fact, if it weren't for just a couple subtle technical flaws, I think the card, at a minimum, would have received our, eye appeal designations, and certainly could have graded higher technically by SGC as well. I mentioned just a couple technical flaws. There's a very subtle couple surface wrinkles here that we'll try to point out when we zoom in, and just light, even corner wear, and that's it. Everything else is just about as nice as you could ever hope for from the issue. And as it sits, this is definitely a card which looks better than most of the others at the same technical grade level. These well-centered mid-grade T206 blue chips are just so desired, and there will never be enough to really satisfy demand. Again, I mentioned the surface wrinkle. We have one down in this lower right-hand corner, just a little bend that you can see there. And the other one, if I can try to point it out here. It's very subtle. You can see it right here to the right of his head. It's very, very faint. Right here. Those are the technical flaws that really render the card where it's at, but I think anyone who sees it and holds it in person will be very pleased, and that these flaws, which do affect the technical grades, they don't really affect the eye appeal too much. So all told, just a very, very attractive card. Really bright neon green background. We don't often see the coloring look quite this good. This is a very pretty example. If you're looking for a top-notch T206 Cobb, especially in these lower to mid grades, this one really checks all the boxes. So we're delighted to have it in the auction.